HI background and I have to support a child with autism, that complete support won't come till I don't get trained myself. Even in the schools, a lot of times it happens, the child is just being naughty and the teachers will come to us and they'll be like, okay, this child is not listening, you only look at the child. Or we have to diagnose that why isn't the child, you know, listening? What troubles, what difficulties facing? So that is where the capacity building part comes. We are training digitally educators, teachers, professionals all over India through a platform so that everybody today is equipped. There are a lot of places in India where, of course, we may not have those facilities, we may not have that kind of access to resources. That is where also we are reaching. Then we have one more very good option, and that is the Indian Sign Language module. So we had introduced this a few months back. Once you have completed the CRE program, you have given the final assessment, your Indian Sign Language program will be unlocked in your Project Inclusion app, in your profile only. Again, it is free of cost and it is a 40-hour program. So you get that access as well. That now you can train and you can become more confident with your sign languages. Those who may not be aware about them also will learn. Then, of course, we come to the CRE program. So we collaborated with the Rehabilitation Council of India, that is RCI, and now we have the CRE program, which we will be discussing further also. I will be telling you how to go about it. Here you will be getting 50 credits or 50 points, CRE points, free of cost. So as most of us who are, of course, associated with RCI, you do know that we need 100 points for the renewal of our RCI registration. And also a lot of times it happens that, it is mostly online. It is mostly, even if it is online or it is offline, you are spending 200 rupees to get, say, 4 points, 6 points. Here, with this program, you are getting 50 points without any cost. Then we also have a lot of centers all over India. Currently, we have 6 centers. Here we have mentioned 5. We have recently opened our Delhi center as well. So here in our centers also, we are helping children who have different difficulties and disabilities who come to us. We are providing with them with therapies. We are providing them with counselings. And also, again, here we are catering to all the children. There is no there is no fixation that this child cannot come, this child cannot come. All the children are welcome and all of the children are supported to the best. Then, of course, like Simmi ma'am had also said, we are talking about inclusive systems. So when we are talking about inclusive systems, like with Meghalaya, we have signed a lot of MOEs with a lot of states. And here, like in Meghalaya, we are introducing this. We have introduced this program. We have started introducing this program to various states. And of course, the digital resources. In this time, when we are talking about AI, when we are talking about technological advances, we want our educators, we want our parents, we want our stakeholders, all stakeholders, be it a psychologist, be it a counselor, all of them to be equipped and, way ahead to support the children in the classroom. So with that, we now come to the CRE program flow. Our CRE program is in 3 phases. The first phase consists of 21 modules. These 21 modules include all the disabilities, all the difficulties, along with various concessions, laws. Everything is covered in these 21 modules. So the first part of this program is to complete these 21 modules. After each module, you have a small assessment. You also have pre-assessment and post-assessment. We also have pre-assessment and post-assessments as well. we will be discussing this further. Phase 2 is about screening. Phase 2 is about how we will be screening the children. Okay, and we will be screening the children, we will be assessing the children, we will be putting the points for the children, what all we have observed. And then we will also uh, I'm so sorry, we will also be getting our intervention plans based on this. And then finally, we will have the third phase. That is where you submit your TLM and appear for the final assessment. So with that, how do you log in into the program? So once you go to the project inclusion app, you will get an option of the CRE program. You can click on that. If you click on the special educator, also the special educator part, there also it will take you directly to the CRE program, and it will tell you that, okay, do you want to go for the CRE program, and you can join the CRE program for there as well. Once you have entered, we now start talking about, like I said, about the first phase. So here, once you have entered all your details. Okay, it will also ask for your CRR number. You've put in all your details, your profile is ready. Then comes the first phase. The first phase, like I said, consists of 21 modules. These 24 modules include not only all the disabilities, but they also include policies on children with neurodevelopmental disorders, specific learning disability, ASD, etc. So here when we are talking about, we are also looking at, a lot of times it happens that we are in the school and we don't know what kind of concessions to help the children with, what kind of concessions the child is entitled to. Okay, UDID card, it has become very prominent. So what to do then? We have to go there. So all these things are also covered in these modules. Here the course ends with the sorry, the scores. Then all these modules, like I said, after each module also you have an assessment. And then once the whole modules, all 21 modules are completed, then also you have a course assessment. In this course assessment, you have to score 70% to move forward to the next phase. So like you can see here, this is how our course works. So there will be inclusion of neurodiversity in the mainstream classroom, and then you have these modules, 21 modules. So this is just a sample of a video from our course. Please let me know if you're not able to hear it. So these videos and our course program is available not only in English and Hindi, but other languages as well. It is, sorry, it can be read and it can be viewed in multiple languages.
Dyslexia, understanding the disorder A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. You must be wondering, why are we revisiting learning alphabets at this stage? For you, these are simple alphabets. Within these 26 letters, you may be able to identify the vowels and consonants. Now, what if we say that this isn't the case with everyone? Meet Zoya. She's 6 years old. And this is how the letters appear to her. All that she sees is some dancing and floating shapes. Zoya has a hard time connecting letters to the sounds they make and then blending those sounds into words. Since she cannot pronounce the words or recognize their sounds.
So this video is just to give you an example. Each module has at least 4 videos. Again, some of them are in English and Hindi only. Some of them are in multilingual languages as well. To explain it to you, to understand, we have videos. So it starts with a video, and then you can go to the reading part as well. So you have video reference also, and you have the reading reference also for each module. Each module has chapters, so you can go, read it, or you can understand it accordingly. Just a moment. Yes. completed all the 21 modules, you have a post assessment test. Here you have to get at least 70% of the marks. Now these questions are multiple choice questions. So you don't need to type or you don't need to write anything. And once you do that, you get your scorecard. With that, we go to the phase 2 of the app. Now, once we have completed all the 21 modules, we have done the post assessment, we have scored 70% and above, we come to the next part, that is the phase 2, which is screening. Here in screening, we have three phases or three parts, I will say, rather than phases. So the first part is screening. Here, when we are talking about basic screening, we are talking about putting in our observations, our, our notes into the questions which are given there. Here, I would also like to mention that once you have made the child, you have added the details of the child, the screening is also divided into 4 stages. So we have foundation, we have primary, we have middle, and we have secondary. We will be discussing this in a few minutes. So according to that only we have the questions. These questions are mostly yes and no answers. So you have to just see what all is fitting the child, what all you have observed, and it will give you a yes, and you have to answer in yes or no. Once you have done that, you get a profile of your child. Here, when we are talking about the profile of the child, why is it important is that even though, it seems that, okay, the child may just have some difficulties, the child is not particularly looking at a disability, we are still able to understand the child better with their strengths, with their behaviors, with their, moods, with what they like, what they don't like. We are able to understand the child better. If the child does fall into the category of the disabilities, then we go to the advanced screening. Here, when we are talking about advanced screening, we are looking at majorly 5 domains. We will be screening the child again more advanced ways in 5 domains. That is cognitive, academic, social communication, behavior, and mental well-being. Here, when we do these, here we do have yes and no questions, and we have multiple choice questions as well. So again, you do not need to type a lot. You don't need to, worry that, okay, I have typed this much, I made a mistake or something. You have multiple choice questions and you answer them and you do the advanced screening. So here, like you can see, this is the first screening which we are doing of the child, where we are putting in our observations. So as you can see, the questions can be answered in yes and no form. So here, when we are talking about screening, like I said, there will be 4 areas or 4 class divisions. We have foundation, which is for classes 1 and 2, preparatory classes 3 to 5, middle classes 6 to 8th, and secondary, which is classes 9 to 12th. So whatever profile, again, whatever information you put for the child based on the child's age and based on the child's class, whatever information you're putting, the accordingly you will get the screening questions also. So this is how the project inclusion app will look. Here you have done the screening. Okay. Once you have done the screening, you get the report, you get the screening report, and you get a profile of the child. Then you do the advanced screening. And once you have done the advanced screening, based on that, you get your intervention plans. Now, we come to the third stage. I hope till now it is clear. It is not very complicated, I hope. So now we come to the third stage, which is the intervention stage. Now, one thing which I would like to mention here is, once you have gotten your intervention plans, what we generally do is, of course, we are teaching in the classroom. We are, teaching in resource rooms. We are teaching in various different parts. One thing which I think all of us here know about is TLM. That is the teaching learning material. So this is where Now our TLM comes into the picture. So what we have to do is you have to create a TLM based on the intervention plan given to the child. Now the TLM, I would request everybody to please listen to this part very, very carefully. Now the TLM has to be made by you. It has to be handmade and it should not be a worksheet or a notebook, because there we are not understanding what you have used it for. Worksheet, notebooks, every child uses, every educator uses, be it a special educator, be it a teacher. So here we are talking about making a TLM which you have used with your child, which you will be using with your child. So you refer to the intervention plan, you design a TLM based on the intervention plan, then you use the TLM with the child for the implementation as well. Once you have implemented, now what you have to do is you can share a photograph, you can share a video. You can share a photograph of the child using the TLM, how you are using it, but you have to share a photograph or a video with us. You have to upload it in the app only, and then you have to give us a small paragraph, not more than that, a small paragraph on the reflection of how your TLM is helpful, what all ways it can be used, and how you implemented it with the child. So for example, I have a child named Mango, and the child has say difficulties in maybe numbers. So I made a number line. So I will refer to the intervention plan. I made a number line based on that as my TLM. I use it with the child. I make a video or I take a photograph of how I'm using that number line with the child. And then I post a photo or a short video and the implementation of it. Now, after joining course for 3 months, after implementing the intervention plans, and once the course starts working with your child, you appear for the final assessment. Here, I would also like to mention one more thing, that the TLM which has been submitted, it will be reviewed by our professionals, and once it is approved, you will get a notification for that also, that your TLM has been approved. So here the emphasis is on the TLM, and I think all of us special educators know how to make a very good one and how to use it as well. So post 3 months of implementing the intervention plans, of seeing the changes in your child, you appear for the final assessment. So here, like you can see, this is a sample of our intervention plan. So when we are talking about the different levels, we have 3 levels, that is level 1, level 2, and level 3. So level 1 is up to 40%, where we look, where we see that, okay, how much the child needs prompts, the child needs physical prompts, the child, needs verbal prompts, etc. A lot of prompts to do it. Level 2 is more towards your, partial prompts, very little verbal prompting, that okay, for example, the child is writing, now the child, you just tell the child start from red, go to blue, come down. So that much. And level 3 is the independent or the verbal cue part, where the child has now reached almost the independence with that particular goal, with that particular skill. So here you can see in our intervention plan, we have received the goals and how we are doing it. You get to read the plan as well, and it has also given you ideas on how to teach within the classroom. Here, one more thing I would like to say is that once we are doing the advanced screening, like I said, we have the domains, the 5 domains. So the intervention plan will also be based on the domains where the child needs help. For example, a child does not need help with the behavior part, but the child needs help with the academic part. So you will get the intervention plans according to the academics. So this is the complete journey which we have with project inclusion. So we started with the sorry we started with the 21 modules which we completed. Then we did the post assessments, right? We did the after that we do the screening for the child. We get the profile of the child. Then we do the advanced screening for the child. After that, we refer to the intervention plans which are provided to us post the advanced screening. Then we design a TLM based on that plan. We upload photos, short reflections, a paragraph. So with if you're uploading a photograph, please upload a paragraph on the implementation of the TLM and describing the TLM, that what the TLM is. Then you appear for the final online assessment. Once you have done that, you receive the 50-point CRE certificate upon completion. So why are we doing this program? How we are doing this program? I think all of us have mostly understood now that it is not only about the 50 CRE points, but this program has other benefits as well. One, of course, is the multidisciplinary approach. Here, when we are talking about schools, a lot of schools do not have psychologists. Not all schools have psychologists. So, where and when to send the child, how to identify children, what to do when you have identified the children, how to support them in that moment. All these, and of course, coming together when we talk about not only parents, not only the school system, we are talking about educators. Okay, the child may need occupational therapy, the child may need speech therapy. What all different things, what all different therapies, what all different supports the child requires, that coming together and reaching a holistic learning experience is what we are looking at. Because I think all of us can agree on one thing, that it is not just one person who supports the child, it is a whole team. And once the whole team comes together to support the child, it leads to a holistic development. Then, of course, we have to have well organized frameworks. When we are talking about introducing resource rooms in our schools, when we are talking about introducing the ideas of children with disabilities in the classroom, whether the child actually does have any difficulties or not, that is where also these come. Because when we are talking about, say, sensitization, when we are talking about, okay, what all the child may need within the classroom without, causing trouble for the other children, all these things come under a good framework. Okay, what should be the procedure we should follow in the school? How should we do it? When should a child come to me? Then, of course, time and cost effective. I think this all can understand, this all we all can agree also. When we are talking about time and cost effective learning, we are talking about 21 modules. We have all done B.Eds and D.Eds. We are all professionals. We have done masters also. Some of us have done masters as well. So when we are talking about effective learning, here we have everything a rehabilitation professional may need within one domain. We are in the class, a lot of times we forget a lot of things. We can go back to our modules, we can go back to our courses. A child is there who needs support in the class, who needs support in the school. Say for examinations, what should I do? For extra time, does the child need an extra time? Does the child need a scribe? What all does the child need? All this comes under here. And of course, you're getting your intervention plans as well. These intervention plans, they have not only been designed keeping in mind, of course, the difficulties of the children, but also how they can be introduced into an inclusive classroom. So here again, we are not talking about only one child, we are talking about all the children along with the child, giving opportunities to the child to become a part of the classroom. Multilingual, we have more than we have this these modules. We have our program, we have our app in more than 8 languages: English, Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi, Tamil, Kannada. We have different languages available, so that all of us, again, all the people from whichever part can access it easily, can understand it easily. And yes, of course, this is the first program in India which has collaborated with the Rehabilitation Council of India for CRE points. Because till now, I think all of us will agree on this, that we used to just go or attend sessions, CRE sessions online, or go for them in an offline mode. But here we have the first program in India which is helping with digital CRE learning. And this has to be, and it is done within the same program. You don't have to attend, different workshops, different webinars. Everything is in one place, worth 50 CRE points. That is half your CRE points. And then, of course, creating a strong ecosystem, inclusion ecosystem. Like Simi ma'am had mentioned, like Mariel man had mentioned, it is all about all of us coming together and taking it forward, so that all of us collaborate, all of us come together, and we build an ecosystem where we can understand, where we can support, and we can help anybody and everybody. With that, we come to the end of this session. But yes, of course, before we, I would request everybody to please note down this WhatsApp number or this email ID. We are available from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday. And here, one second. So here what you will be doing is you can contact us on this number, or you can send an email to us on this email ID. So like Rohit sir had said, that maybe a lot of you, like, a lot of you may be facing difficulty, that some people are saying that they are charging for these sessions. So definitely do reach out to us if you're facing these problems as well. Just allow me a moment. I would also like to just show you a presentation. Just allow me one moment, one video. Just give me one moment. Just one moment. Mm, uh, yes. So sorry about that. So just before we proceed further, I would just like to show you a walkthrough video also of our application. I hope, just let me know if you're unable to hear it. See, there is no sound. Just a moment. So you log in, you get a verification code. You can get this on WhatsApp as well. You create your username, you create your password, you put in your password, your name, your date of birth, your profile is created. So your CRR number is also mentioned. Then you complete the course, you complete the 21 modules. You enroll. So you have a pre-course assessment also. You answer the questions to the best of your knowledge. And then you do the course. So with, like I said, each module
Inclusive
has four
education,
chapters,
introduction, understanding the
and
past.
each chapter
Each
has
victory
a
gained over
video
oneself means new strength to gain more victories.
as well
Sensitivity.
as the written part.
Inclusive education, introduction, understanding the past. Each victory gained over oneself.
So after you complete the course, you have done 70% points, you add the child. Now this is us adding the child details or the student details. So we put in the birthday, we put in the name, school, UDICE, and we get the option of putting the class also. So here we have given the option of the class because a lot of times it happens that the child may be older and may not, maybe one or two classes behind. So for that we have mentioned them separately. We add the mobile number, all the details about the parent and the child. And then you have the first screening where you have all the yes and no questions. Once the profile, now here comes the profile form. Now comes the, as you can see, now we have the advanced screening as well. So like you can see, we have multiple choice questions here also. So as you can see, here we are also creating a profile for the child, how the child feels, what are the child's strength, which area, say academic area, or which is the best. Maybe the child is a visual learner, the child enjoys art and craft. And then of course we come to the advanced screening. Here we have yes and no questions. Mostly yes and no questions. Once we have done the advanced screening, like you can see, we have different domains. So we will be focusing on all the domains. Once we have done that, you get the result and you go to the intervention part. So here you have at least a minimum of 3 months. So I would just like to mention here that we have taken 3 months because, like my fellow special educators will agree with me, that when we are setting a goal, we generally set it for 3 months. When we are setting our IEP goals also, we generally set it for 3 months. That's why here we have taken 3 months as the benchmark. So here, like you can see, you have the cognitive part, you have the cognitive part, and here the child, then you can start working with the child, and as the child moves forward, you can add the levels, you can change the levels of the child. So level 1 is full prompting, level 2 is partial prompting, and level 3 is your independent and verbal cues. So this is the goal. Once done, we have achieved the goals. We have achieved level 3 with the child. Same socialization, we go to the final assessment. So the final assessment will again be, I'm just showing you once again, the final assessment will be in the main menu only. So here the level 3 is also very important. All of these instructions are already mentioned in the app as well. So we go to the final assessment, we upload our TLM, we upload a brief a brief description of the TLM like discussed. Okay, and you will get to know whether it has been approved or not approved. Once it is approved, once you have worked for 3 months with your child, you go to the final assessment. Here, the final assessment, you have to get a minimum of 60% to pass. And once, again, there are multiple choice questions. And once you have got the 60%, you get your certificate as well. you get. Here what happens is that it comes as a total of your course assessment. You get your course assessment, you get your screening and TLM, what what screening you did and what kind of TLM you created, that scoring plus the final assessment scoring. So the total average percentage comes out. Like here you can see the particular person has scored 81%. Again, I would like to share this number. I would also like to share this email ID, and our team has also shared it on the meeting chat, where you can reach out to us from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday for any queries and questions you have or any difficulties you're facing as well. You can also use these QR codes to scan to download the Project Inclusion app, or use a web link also using the computer. So here again, you have two options. You can do it through the computer also, you can do it through your phone as well. And the same has been shared on our chat link also. I would also like to mention that we have a doubt clearing session which happens Monday to Friday at 4 p.m., where you can ask any question, or where you want to meet one of our experts. You can definitely meet them and you can have your doubt clearing session. So if you have a technical issue, if you have want to understand something, if you're not able to grasp something, you can get in touch with us again on the numbers, on the WhatsApp number or on the email ID. And Monday to Friday 4 p.m. you will receive a message or receive the information from our end that when your doubt clearing session will be there. With that, we come to the end of this session. So any questions or queries right now which I can help you?
Thank you so much, Astha ma'am. What a wonderful session. Okay, so we'll be taking questions now. Before moving to the questions, I would like to give a brief about the whole session which we have done. So we are open to take questions also. So the whole program, the CRE program, if I want to say it in one line, it is divided into three parts, right? First is course completion, where we will do 21 modules. Second is screening, and third is TLM and final assessment. Now, in the first part, when you are logging in with your phone number, try to make, there's few points which I would like to add. While logging it with your phone number, try to give that number which have got your WhatsApp number. It becomes easier to get the OTP. Okay, so we log in with our WhatsApp phone number. You will get one OTP in your phone. Then we fill up all the details. We click on CRE program, right? After that, we enter all our details, school and then profession. In case you are not finding any profession, you can click rehabilitation specialist. We fill up all our details, then your course will open. We enroll to that. Before starting of the session, we'll get one pre-assessment question. Once we complete that, we'll enter to the course. We complete the course. Since it's an online mode course, you can do it at your own pace. Say whenever you're free. If every day you give 10 to 15 minutes, we can complete it within 20 days or 21 days, right? So first we'll complete the course. Once you have completed the course, you are open for the screening. Now when we are moving into the screening part, you have to select any one student. It can be either from any of the school from Meghalaya or from outside the school also. So you can select any student. It's not mandatory that it has to be from one government school only. It can be from anywhere. We just enter their details and we go move on to the screening part. In the screening, the questions will come in the form of yes or no. The questions will come, you just read that, and whatever gets aligned with that student, just enter yes or no. For example, does the child faces any problem while understanding mathematical symbols, plus minus, yes or no? Once, and all the questions that will appear in the screening part have been prepared by RCA professionals, specialists and doctors. And on the in sequence way. So it's all prepared by special educators. Once you enter all those screening questions, then you will get one intervention plan for that student. That this student is facing this problems, cognitive domain, behavioral domain. So under different domains, the problems will come. You can select any one domain and work on that. While working on that domain, you will be preparing one TLM. Say, for example, behavioral domain. You're selecting that behavioral domain. You will be preparing based upon that domain. You will prepare one TLM, and you will be uploading that TLM into the app only. Now the final assessment will open only after 3 months. It's not mandatory that you have to complete it within 1 month or 2 months, but minimum 3 months you have to give to the program. After 3 months, the assessment will open. In a final assessment, you will get 10 questions. You have to achieve at least 60%. Then your CRR number, once your TLM is approved, in situation, suppose your TLM is not approved, it is not getting aligned with that domain, then what will happen, once when you upload it, then our team will connect with you that you are having this problem with the TLM, kindly make these changes. So we'll support you with that also. You make those changes, you again upload that TLM, and then once it's approved, once you have given the final assessment, we will forward your CRR number to the RCI, and then within few days, that 50 CRE points will be credited to your CRR number. It's very simple. Now, while doing the course, you might face some problems, right? Maybe with the, since in online base, you will be finding some problems. So that is why from Monday to Friday, every day at 4 p.m., I will also share the link, Google Meet link in the WhatsApp group which we have created. Monday to Friday, we do have one Google Meet link. We'll share that link. So in that, you can join that link and you can discuss your queries with the professionals from Delhi also. Or while doing the course, if you face some problem, say for example your app is not opening, or your module, you're finding some difficulty with the module, you can share that screenshot in a WhatsApp group which we have created, or directly to the helpline number. They will connect with you during working hours, but please make sure that you are sharing that during working hours only. So that's the whole thing about the CRE program. It's very simple. So I would suggest everyone to first download the app. I think we have already shared the link in the WhatsApp group. Sorry, in the chat. I will also share it in the WhatsApp group. First, download the app, register it with your WhatsApp number. Okay. Then start the course. Once you do the course, then we'll slowly move on. If possible, we'll also arrange another session in Google Meet group wise. Those who have completed the course will also arrange um, Google Meet sessions for those who have completed the course for screening. So that is the whole about CRE program. So I guess Astha ma'am have also explained it very beautifully in the whole duration of 1 hour. Thank you so much, Astha ma'am. And also I would like to
Thank you.
ask, yeah. So we are open for questions now. Do you have any questions? Any questions related to how can, when the CRE points will created, or any questions related to the course? We are open to the questions now. You can just unmute yourself and ask the questions. Astha ma'am is there, and other professionals from Delhi are also there with us. So kindly ask your questions.
Yes, and also I would just like to add to this that once you have completed the course and the final assessment, you will also have access to the additional Indian Sign Language course as well,
Hmm.
free of
Yes.
cost.
So,
So you can do
so
that as
other,
well.
yeah, so lots of courses are coming up from our end also. So as of now, we have got sign language, so that will be also open for you.
Yes.
Yeah. If everything is clear, you can just give a thumbs up, or you can just type a message that it's clear. Yeah, it's clear, everyone. Yeah. So it's very simple, very simple. Again, we all are active in the WhatsApp group. If anyone is not there in the WhatsApp group, I request you to kindly connect with your colleague or district official. They will help you join the WhatsApp group. Yes. Okay. So everyone is giving thumbs up. So I guess it's clear. So thank you so much, everyone. So let's start with the session. So Meghalaya have been very supportive till now, and I'm pretty much sure that we'll be able to give 50 CRE points to all the
All.
professionals who are here. Were here.
Yes.
Yeah. Marlene ma'am have one question. Marlene Pringropi, yeah, you can unmute and ask. Marlene ma'am, yeah. Yes, I think someone have raised the hand. Marlene ma'am, can you please unmute yourself? Hello. Yes, Marlene ma'am have raised her hand.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. Yeah, you can say your question.
No, it's not about questions. I've searched for the to trace to thumbs up.
Thumbs
I can't
up.
find. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, okay. Okay.
okay.
Okay. No,
Fine,
no.
fine,
Thank
fine,
you, Malin
fine.
ma'am.
Okay, great. So I hope it's a bit beautifully explained. So, Marilyn ma'am, if you're there, I think we have completed the CRE program, and with your permission, we can wind up the session. Kong ma'am, if you're there,
Okay. Yes, Rohit, I'm here.
yes.
So the session is indeed very well versed. Mean thank you to Ashta ma'am being the resource person for the whole orientation, and and I think all the special educators, since they have most of them have thumbs up, I think they have understood how to go about it. And I also appreciate regarding the benefits of the program itself, and they can others benefits like ISL also. So uh, uh, I do look forward that for this program means not only for the special visitors that they can start as soon as possible, but I hope that we can initiate for the project for the district as well. And the special educators has to take extra precaution and responsibilities to encourage all school and teachers to join the programs. Okay, so thank you so much for Project Inclusion team with your support and your everything that you have shared with us. I hope that it will be fruitful in the times to come. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
ma'am.
Thank you, Kong ma'am. And yes, as Bam said, we are also planning for starting the sessions for a district level. So no, we'll not only limit this to the professionals. We have also got a program called Project Inclusion for Teachers. So we are planning to orient all the teachers of the state of Meghalaya so that when you visit the school, the communication between you and the teacher becomes much more easier. So if you are saying this student is facing dyslexia, so the teacher can understand, okay, so these are the symptoms for dyslexia, we can work together, right? So that is our main motto. So orient all the teachers of the state, right? Okay, so thank you so much. It was nice meeting you all. So be in touch in the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you,
Yes.
Kong ma'am. Thank you,
Just
George.
one small thing.
It
Sorry,
was,
Rohit
it
sir.
was
I think Risilin ma'am
yeah.
has asked a question. Ma'am, sir, can we start attending the course from today onwards? Yes, ma'am. As soon as you download the app, you can start attending the course. It is live. There is no problem with that.
Yes. So
Okay.
yes, this is open for all. And also you have, if you have got any friends who are rehabilitation counselors who are not within the state of Meghalaya, who is not connected with the state of Meghalaya, you can tell them also. It is open for all. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Salendraji. We can stop the recording. We'll share the recording also with everyone so that we can revise it. Thank you. We can log off.
Thank you. Thank you, Rohit.
Thank you,
Yeah,
everybody. Have a
thank
wonderful
you.
day ahead. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello.